Hi everyone, welcome to another Tuesdays with Theresa. I am Theresa Paul, Senior Executive Unit Leader with AVON, and today, we're going to talk a little bit about Foreplay the AVON way. So actually, hubby's downstairs waiting for me. He started without me, but I'm headed down there to help him paint in a little bit too. So that's why I'm doing this video outside today, because my dungeon is totally torn apart. It's a little cruddy out here. It was raining before. Now the sun's starting to come out, so now the shadows are different after I set everything up with the lighting and everything. But I don't care. I'm doing this video, and then I'm going to join hubby in the basement. You guys are all like so easy. It's kind of funny. A little playing around with words really gets everybody's attention, doesn't it? So let's see. I know that you guys like when I have props and everything to talk about some of this stuff. So I don't really have a lot of anything to talk about, you know, to go with our little foreplay theme tonight. So put away your Skin So Soft, because summer is over, the bugs are done, they're pretty much gone, and it's time to take out your Anu Vital with your new t-shirts. Did you guys get those? The launch kits, aren't they great? I love them. Look how pretty they are. Colorful. Can you see it? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Okay. The samples that come with them, get if you haven't ordered it yet, order it. It's a lot of tools to help you sell the products. It's time to take out, oh my gosh, you know what? I did have a little bit of props. It's time to start selling luck. It's time for the holidays. Holidays. You know what I don't have with me? I don't have a What's New with Olaf and Elsie. Is that her name? So I don't have that. But I plan on selling the heck out of those things. So I've got my notes too. You guys, you know how I am. The holidays are coming, and so is the end of the cycle. So we're going to talk about the foreplay and getting to the big event. The big event. So what are you going to do to get there? Okay, so it's time to get a little down and a little dirty with this AVON stuff. And I know you're all wondering how I'm going to tie this in, aren't you? Like, how's this little foreplay theme gonna tie in with our business? But truthfully, and I'll probably read some of my notes too, because I wrote a lot. I wanted to like put it all into. This probably would have been a better call. Then you wouldn't watch me read my notes. But a few people had asked me to make another video, and last time I did the call, the echo was so bad in the dungeon. So I wanted to do a video. It's time. So truthfully. It's like a relationship, our business, and it's a personal relationship, a really, really personal relationship. You know, so personal that it involves the foreplay stuff. So this is going to be a little fun. Thank God there's no props, huh? So in your personal relationship, you totally need the preliminary things before you get to that big event, right? You know what I mean. So it's the same with your AVON business. You need to do those preliminary things before you get to the big event. Before you get to the point where you can scream out, yes, 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 I have a $500 campaign, or yes, I made unit leader, or I got my A on, or I got my E on, or whatever. So you have to do all the preliminary things to get to that moment. And sometimes it seems like you're just going at it and going at it and going at it, and it's never going to happen, right? But, and sometimes, just like sometimes in our relationships, it seems like you're just not getting anywhere, you know, doing what we do. And sometimes we feel a little clumsy, or we feel a little awkward, or we don't know what we're doing, or, You know, okay, maybe not after a certain point, but way back in the beginning, you know, and that's kind of the same thing with this. Like, I've been doing this a long time. I don't feel clumsy anymore. Well, sometimes I do, but I kind of know what I'm doing now. Same with my relationship. 30-some years with the man, we kind of know what we're doing. And that's kind of how all of this is the same. You know, figuring it out along the way and knowing what makes it happen. So, you know, and for some, it takes a little longer to get to that point where you're excited and screaming out, yes, I made President's Club or Honor Society. So, you know, and these preliminary things that we have to do with our business, it's, again, just like a relationship. So let's go back to when we were younger and looking for a date or a relationship or whatever. How many times did you see a guy or a girl or whatever across the room, or somebody that you wanted to meet that you might be interested in? Did you approach them? Did you say hi? Did you wait for them to approach you and hoping that they would walk across the room and ask you to dance or offer to buy you a drink? Did you ever make that first move? Did you walk across the room and say hi? You know, many times I bet you didn't. And why not? Because you were scared, you didn't want to feel silly, or you didn't want to be rejected, or you didn't want to sound stupid, or you were afraid of lame pickup lines, right? And it's kind of the same with our business, right? We can't just sit there and wait for people to approach us. We need to approach them, and many times we don't. Why? Why don't we? Because the same thing. We're scared, we don't want to feel silly, we don't want to be rejected. We don't want to sound stupid. We have a lame pickup line. We aren't using a pickup line, but we kind of are, right? Let's just smile and say hi. You know, offer a compliment. The same thing that you know, hey, I like your football jersey. You know, same thing. Hey, I like your earrings, or, you know, just an opening line to break the ice and to start a conversation. Offer a brochure or a sample pack or a business card or whatever. You know, we got lots of pretty samples, pretty packaged samples, nice and neat, that are really easy to start talking to somebody. You know, help us support breast cancer awareness. So, you know, again, your pickup line's going to be awkward the first time you use it. You're going to have to perfect it. You're going to have to refine it. You're going to say, like, oh, that was so stupid. I was an idiot. But you're not going to stop. You're going to try again. You're not just going to give up. You're going to really want to get to this big event and get there. You're just going to keep going. So, and yeah, sometimes it is really awkward in the beginning, and you can be totally blown off the planet with that rejection. Or you can find your dream date. You know, I mean, your dream customer. So, you know, I really, you offer somebody the brochure, and they're not always going to tell you no. You're going to find them that say, oh my God, yes, I love Avon. I lost my representative and I really need someone new. Hook me up. So, oh my God. Yeah, you got past that first step. And, but you're not there yet. You're not at that big event. You're not at that moment. So, but you got to first base. So, you know, it's not just going to happen. That big event's not just going to happen. Although, you know, you have to, there's the small talk, that interesting conversation, the getting to know each other phase of the relationship too. It's the same with our customers, our prospective representatives, getting to know them, getting to know what they want, getting to know what they like, getting to know what they need, how you can help them, how your Avon business can help them. So, you know, and by doing this regularly, you're growing your business, you're growing your customer base, you're growing your downline. And that's what's going to get you to unit leader and AUL and EUL or President's Club and Honor Society, is just to continue doing these sort of things over and over and over again. And sometimes we get in a rut with our business, just like sometimes we get in a rut with our relationships, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. Getting up, getting dressed, feeding the dogs, getting the kids off to school, going to work, coming home, cleaning the house, cooking the dinner, doing the laundry. We do the same thing over and over again. But Those are the things that keep your family unit together and running. Those are the things that keep your life running. So sometimes, as boring as they are, we still do them anyway because we have to. Because if we didn't, the whole family thing would fall apart. The whole house would fall apart. Your relationship would go to pieces if nobody was taking care of anything. It would just be a disaster. So it's the same thing with our Avon business. You still have to do some of those same boring things over and over again. Going out there every week, putting out the brochures, talking to people, finding the new customers. And we do that because that's what keeps our business running. And every now and then we need to change things up and spice it up, right? Just like in our relationships. Date night or a surprise phone call or a little text during the day to say, "Hi, honey, I'm thinking about you." Or a small gift to let him or her know that you're thinking of them as well. That, just a little to spark a little interest. And it works the same way in our business. Every now and then we change it up, we spice it up. Okay, maybe not date night, but an open house or a get-together with, an open house for the customers, or a get-together with your downline, or just a phone call to say, "Hi, I'm checking in with you to see how you're doing. We haven't talked in a while." So, and you can do that with your customers, with your downline, with whatever part of your business, just to stay connected, and let them know that you're thinking of them and that you still care. Because our customers are really loyal to us, and if they like us, they're going to continue purchasing from us, and they're going to refer us to their friends as well. So that's all helping your business, this whole relationship thing too. So, this big event thing that we're talking about. We're pretty sure that didn't really happen the first time or the second time. Maybe it did for some, but because there are some super successful reps out there that made senior executive unit leader in a year or two, or president's council their first year, or McConnell Club their first year. I have one in my downline that did, not council, McConnell. But it does happen for some that quick, that they just got it right pretty darn quick the first time, and they didn't need all that much preliminary activity before they were screaming out, "Yes, I made it, I'm McConnell Club. Yes, yes, I'm the senior executive unit leader." So, but for many, that big event didn't happen like that. It takes practice, and it takes figuring things out, and it takes fumbling, and it takes stumbling, and it takes, sometimes it even takes faking a little. Till you do get it right. But we don't usually give up on the whole process just because it didn't happen for us the first time, right? Well, maybe some do, but it's kind of sad, just like in our business, some do. They're just like, "Forget it, I can't do this thing." And I was one. I quit. I wasn't doing well with the business. I couldn't get a campaign over $50. And as much as I needed the money and I wanted to do it, I felt I just didn't know what I was doing, and it wasn't working for me, and I quit. But I didn't give up altogether, because a year or so later I said, "I know I need the money. I know I can do this." So Miss Jane following me around in the grocery store saying, "Theresa, are you sure you don't want to start again?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I do." So most of the time, and we just keep doing it. And the second time I kind of figured it out a little bit more. I tried a few different things. And it worked, and within the first year, I was able to shout out, "Yes, yes, I made President's Club, yes!" So, it can happen. And things do come together for us, and why? It's because we did all of the preliminary things, that Avon Foreplay stuff, to get us to the big moment that, we've only heard about, but hadn't experienced yet. And once you do get there, once you do get to that big event, you don't want to stop. You want it to happen all the time, right? You want to be President's Club every year. You want more. You want to be Honor Society. When you get to unit leader, you want to be AUL. You want to be EUL. You know how good it feels and what's there, and more feels even better. So, you don't want to just stop. That thrill that you worked so hard to accomplish feels really good, and you want to keep it going. So what are some of these preliminary things that I'm talking about? putting out the brochures, talking to people in your daily routines. All of the things that I talk about regularly on the calls and the videos and things that we share in the group, things that Molly shares with us all the time, things that Millie shares with us all the time. There's so many representatives out there that give us all the information and ideas and things to help us to grow our business and the events and everything. But unless you're doing these things regularly and consistently, it's not going to happen. You can't just say, I tossed 100 brochures, I only got one customer, forget it. You got to keep doing it. Or you got to talk to more people, or, talking to people, again, getting the contact information. Because part of that preliminary stuff that we're doing to get to that big event is, my favorite F word. We got to do a lot of that F stuff, the follow-up, the follow-up, the follow-up. You need to do that. It's going to get you there. It's going to get you the sales. It's going to get you the downline. Do you know how many times, my old leads, I've got a few recently that they were leads from a few months ago, and the summer wasn't a good time, and I'm sending the follow-up emails, and I made a few phone calls, and I've got some people that are ready to join and that have started now. So don't just say, oh, that person didn't want to do Avon 3 months ago. I called her a couple times. Go back through your old leads. Follow up with them again. Now might be the time for them. The same way with your customer leads. Maybe they didn't need anything over the summer. Maybe they couldn't afford it. Maybe they were going on vacation, or the kids, or whatever. So go back to them. Follow up with them again. Give them new brochures. And, now might be the time for them. Getting email addresses, adding them to your web office, sending the forwardable emails, using all the Avon tools that Avon gives us to grow our business online as well as in person. The social media center, the blogging, just do it. It's a little overwhelming. It's a little new. It's a little intimidating. We haven't done that yet. It's a little something new we haven't tried, but you might like it. You might be good at it. So give it a try. And if you really don't like it, don't do it. There are some things we just don't like and we don't want to do. But sometimes you got to try different things to see if you really do like them. Kind of like eating broccoli. Okay, how that fit in, I don't know. So some other things that we can do to spice things up, to generate a little more interest. Offer some specials to your customers to spend more, reward them, or to make them feel special. Because if they love you and they feel like you're taking care of them, they will spend more. They will refer you to their friends, and the customers will stay loyal to you. You know how many times I have a customer saying, oh, Theresa, there was another Avon rep selling over here, or we found somebody else's brochure. There's someone trying to take your customers. But they didn't take my customers. My customers called me and said, Theresa. So you're not going to lose your customers if you're good to them and you take care of them and they like you. Even if somebody else is giving them brochures, they're still going to be loyal to you. So for those of us that have a huge sales business and our leadership business, if you're looking at your sales and you're seeing an increase, I have no idea what I just said. I'm trying to read my notes and talk at the same time. For those of us that have huge sales businesses and or leadership businesses, we work this stuff and we grew the business. So, looking at your sales, are you seeing an increase every campaign? Are you seeing new customers every campaign? Because if you are, then you're on track for that big event. If you're finding new customers, if you're finding new recruits, you just don't hit unit leader and stop. You want to grow that business. You want to earn the checks. You want to be adding new recruits, new team members every campaign. So as much as sometimes we think, oh, I've done this, I've got there, no. And don't even start with that. I've talked to everyone I know and no one wants to buy or sell Avon. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Go out there and talk to more people. So what? You've talked to everyone you know. Now go talk to everyone you don't know. Because you think these 600 people on my team were people I knew? Not at all. As a matter of fact, there's probably 3 people on my team that are people that I knew previous to Avon. I think everyone else is people that I met through Avon. And most of my customers, it's the same thing. So it's not just about talking to people that you know. It's networking, talking to people that you don't know, finding all these new people. Don't be afraid of strangers. It's stranger danger. just be careful. You need to go find more people. Because, really, I mean, you know, from what I've heard, foreplay isn't as much fun if you do it by yourself. Just saying. And that's the deal. You know, that ties in with this. Don't be like, what, Theresa? You know, I've heard people, and you guys have heard people too, and some of you might have done it, bought $1,000 worth of products or $2,000 worth of products at the end of the cycle so you can make President's Club. That's kind of like doing it by yourself. It's not as much fun, is it? You still got the same end result. You still got President's Club. But it's a lot more rewarding getting there with sales from customers than it is from having to put out a little money and buy the inventory to get yourself there. So Campaign 26 is going to be double award sales on the beauty products. We know about the triple award sales on the Vital and the Luck and some of those products, but Campaign 26 is going to be double award sales on all the beauty products. So that's going to help you too at the end of the cycle if you need to bump up your sales, doing some specials, getting your customers interested. But promote these products, promote the holiday things. Talk to everybody. You know, there's so much out there. We can do this. Don't just say, oh, I put out 10 books, nobody called me. That's not going to get you there. That's just not going to get you to that big event. Over the next week, I'm going to share some more files and things in my Facebook group, the Tuesdays with Theresa group. So if you're not a member there on Facebook, find us, join us. I'm going to be uploading, you know, I'm a little busy this week, so it's going to be a little on and off. I want to finish painting the dungeon and move the furniture back in, and it's been a couple months we're working on it, but it's a lot of things that we needed to do, and it's coming together, and I'm really excited. I hope that that you've all enjoyed our little lesson today. There is no magic bullet. There is no rabbit trick to help you get, there's no magic potion. There's no, there's a magic lotion. These will help you get there. But there's nothing that's going to get you where you want to be other than doing these preliminary tasks that are going to get you to that big event that you want. These preliminary tasks that you do and perfect are going to get you to that big event where you're screaming out, yes, 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 I made it. I made President's Club. I made Honor Society. I'm in AUL. I'm in EUL. Yes, yes. You're going to be screaming it. So go make some lumpy brochures or bumpitas or sample packs. Go talk to people. Call your customers that you haven't spoken to in a while, that you haven't heard from. Call your downline, call your representatives, call your, call your old leads, your old contacts, call your old team members that left. Maybe they want to come back, or maybe they just want to buy from you. I have a lot of customers that are ex-reps, and a lot of them gave me some of their customers too, or share, they're not selling anymore, they really don't want to, but they buy from me now, and their mom does, and their sister, or some of their customers, their regulars. So keep in touch with everybody. Go post on Facebook, go start a blog, go hang up flyers, go put out business cards, go look for a fundraiser. And I asked everybody I knew about fundraising. No, you didn't. Okay, maybe you did ask everybody you know and you only know 10 people, but now go ask everybody you don't know. Go find more church groups, go find soccer clubs, go find cheerleaders, go find whatever. Keep putting it out there. There's fundraisers. I went to the same church for 5 years in a row. No, Theresa, no, we don't really want to do an Avon fundraiser, no. Probably the 5th year, they were like, you know what, Theresa, we want to try this. And they did. So just because they told you no, doesn't mean get lost forever and don't bug me ever again. Unless they tell you get lost forever and don't bug me again, then don't keep asking them. But, just keep following up. Keep those preliminary things, keep doing them. Have an Avon open house, have an Avon party. And, again, don't tell me you've asked everybody you know. Go ask them again. And then ask everybody you don't know. Keep doing it. I don't know what else to tell you. But, because I want you to be able to scream out to when you hit that big event. I want you to scream it so loud that I can hear you when you get there. I want to hear you say, yes, yes, yes. Say it. I made President's Club. I made AUL. I made EUL. I want to hear it. I made Honor Society. I want to hear you scream out. All right? So that's it. That's all I have to share with you today. So I hope this was fun. It was kind of fun for me. And you know I love you, and see you there at that big event. Bye.